If you are a woman over 35 and you are working out consistently and your belly fat it's not improving, it's actually getting worse, here is what nobody's telling you. More than likely your workout is one of the main reasons, and it is not your fault. Just nobody has told you that high intensity workouts raise cortisol, and more than likely your cortisol is already pretty elevated. So intense workout is acting pretty much like pouring gas on a fire, and instead of helping you release the extra weight, is helping you to store belly fat. If this is ringing a bell, stay with me, because today I'm going to show you exactly what's happening and what type of movement is going to help you to release belly fat instead of holding on to it. Now, let me tell you really quick why you should listen to me. About 15 years ago, I was waking up at 4 in the morning, doing 1 hour of intense cardio and then 1 hour of intense weights. I was doing this every single day with no rest. I was exhausted even before my day started. The scale was not moving, and actually I kept on feeling heavier and heavier. And I was doing everything the fitness industry and the doctors were telling me to do: eat less and work out more. Now, what nobody told me is that I was flooding my body with cortisol, that, by the way, was already drowning on high cortisol. I was not healing. I was just adding stress to a system that was already overwhelmed. I am Selena, certified holistic nutritionist and creator of the Confident 40s method. I am 48 now, and I move my body every single day, but the way I move is completely different. And the results, well, I feel and I look way better than I did back in my 20s. When I understood the relationship between exercising, cortisol, and what a stressed body actually needed, everything changed. So when I'm telling you today that more is not always better, I'm telling you not just from knowledge, I'm telling you from experience as well. Let me explain exactly what happened to your body when you were doing the wrong exercise. Because unfortunately, this is where most women get it wrong, because that's the information we have been getting. You need to work out more, you need to eat less. So let's fix that. The wrong exercise is a form of stress on your body. And the stress it creates is real. Your body responds to it the same way that it will respond to a deadline or an argument. When you exercise at high intensity, your body interprets that physical high demand as a threat. Cortisol rises to mobilize energy fast, your heart rate increases, and your blood sugar goes up as well. This is a normal short-term response. So the problem is not the cortisol spike while you are working out. The problem is when that spikes land on a system that is already chronically elevated and never goes down to normal levels. For the women I work with, their cortisol baseline is already super high before they even put foot on the floor. They are dealing with work pressure, poor sleep, under eating, overtraining, their families, and trying to keep up with everything and everyone. So when you add a high intensity workout, you're actually not releasing. You are adding more stress to a body that is already stressed out. And here is what chronic high cortisol does. It increases fat storage, it causes muscle loss, it disrupts sleep, and it makes releasing weight feel impossible no matter how hard you train. So love, no, your body is not broken. You just have a cortisol problem. And there is something specific why that extra weight shows up in your belly more than everywhere else. Visceral fat cells, talking about the fat that is wrapped around your organs, have a higher concentration of cortisol receptors. So when cortisol is chronically elevated, those cells are being told to store more fat. So that's why you feel like your body is working against you. Like, if I breathe too deep, I'm going to gain weight. But the truth is, this is just biology. If your body feels like you are under a threat, it's going to try to protect you. And how it does that? By storing belly fat, which means doing more intense exercise when your cortisol is high just makes things worse. And this is exactly what was happening with my client, Jess. She came to me at 38. She was doing everything right. She was doing very intense cardio 5 days a week. She was a director at work. She was sleeping only 5 hours a night, skipping breakfast, pushing through the workouts on top of family and everything else. She was exhausted and her belly had not changed in over a year. She was convinced that something was medically wrong with her. We did not take exercise away. We just changed the strategy. Instead of crazy, intense cardio sessions, we moved to 2 strength sessions a week, plus adding 10 minutes of calm walking after her meals. Within 2 weeks, she had more energy than she had felt in years. And within 3 months, her belly was gone. She was literally doing less and getting more results. Because for the first time, her cortisol levels were normal enough for her body to feel safe and release the extra fat. Now, I want to give you 3 ways for you to understand if your workout is actually working against you instead of with you. First sign, you finish your workout wired instead of energized. Second, you sleep worse the days you train. Third, and the most painful one, you're working very hard and instead of seeing your belly fat going away, you're actually seeing no changes or it's getting worse. Love, that is not a willpower issue. That is your cortisol receptors doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So let me tell you what type of movement supports a body with high cortisol. The first and the most important one is strength training. 2 to 3 sessions a week. Moderate intensity. I don't want you to be sweating with your heart rate through the roof. 30 to 40 minutes, it's enough. Just let's make sure that we do it with intention, slowly, and feeling each movement. Strength training is the single best exercise for women over 35 because it builds and protects muscle mass without creating that cortisol spike that crazy cardio workouts do. It also improves insulin sensitivity, and this directly affects belly fat release. The second one, and to be honest, my favorite, walking after your meals, 10 to 15 minutes. And if during that walk, you intentionally breathe, you inhale for 4, you hold it for 2, and then you exhale for 6 or 8. By doing this, you're activating your vagus nerve. You're signaling your nervous system that you're safe, and you're also supporting digestion and your metabolism. Simple, free, and one of the most powerful tools to release the extra weight. Third, intentional recovery. Yes, I'm talking about rest. I know it sounds crazy, but our body needs to rest and recover. Now, for a second, I want to talk directly to you, to that woman that is feeling resistant to this information, thinking, I know if I do less, I'm just going to gain more weight. Love, I had that fear too, so I completely understand. But the evidence of what you have been doing is already in front of you. And what I'm about to say, I say it with love. For how long have you been doing intense workouts? And how many times do you change in the morning to try to find an outfit that is going to hide your belly? By now you know that high intensity has not helped you release that belly fat. And that's why you have to try this instead. Not because this is something different, it's because this is the right way. If this video connected with something that you have been living in your own body, book your free weight loss audit with me. The link is in the description. Now, I want to be super honest with you. I don't work with every woman who applies because not every woman is a right fit. But even if that is you, you are going to leave that call with clarity and real answers. I will look at your full picture, your patterns, your stress, your food, your movement, and we will find exactly why your body is stuck. And if this video was helpful, we all have that friend and we're always talking about the diet, the movement, the supplements, about all this. Send it to her. That way we can help more women like you and I. And see you in the next video.